Alright, so I'm just pulling out onto the freeway here, trying not to get killed. And thought today we'd film a new segment called What's in the Truck? So welcome back. We got us some tires. We weren't planning on it, but something happened. I found a post on Facebook, one thing led to another, and boom, I found a supplier that was able to actually come up with these dang things. All right, so here's a little backstory for those of you who are new here. I tried to order these twice. Once from Summit, it went 3 weeks without getting fulfilled. I canceled it and reordered them from Jags because I had a coupon that saved me some money, so I went with them. Jags charged my card right away, held my money for almost a month, and then refunded me with no explanation, no email, no nothing. I just found out when I checked my card balance. Even though they still sell the tire, but they raised the price. So when they did the price increase, they canceled my order, even though they'd already been holding on to my money since long before they did their price increase. And I had kind of given up because once I realized those two companies weren't coming up with the tire, I started doing some homework. And here's what I found out. All right, so there's two brands of tires you're basically talking about. There's others out there, I guess, if you want to run dirt track tires or something with a DOT on it that isn't technically really a street tire. But I wanted a true street tire, and in a true street tire, you've got two options. Two options for brands, three tire lines. You've got Hoosier Pro Street Series. You've got Mickey Thompson Sportsman Pros, which are the old school big tires that started the whole Pro Street thing. And then you have the newer Mickey Thompson Sportsman SRs, which are their version of a radial with a flame tread pattern, which is directional. And those come in both 15s and 20s in this width and height. So those are your three options basically. Now right now, nobody has any Mickey Thompsons. They're getting discontinued on websites right and left. I wanted to know why. Did a little digging. Turns out Goodyear recently bought Cooper Tire, and Cooper Tire is actually the owner of, or the parent company of, Mickey Thompson. So, according to everybody online who claims to know anything, Mickey Thompson will not be producing any of these sized tires until 2023. Hoosier's still shipping and producing tires, it's just at a slowed pace. I found a press release on their website that states basically they can't find enough employees, they can't get enough raw materials, and the price of the raw materials has gone up. So the production has slowed down and the price is going up. Just like everything else right now. But they are still producing tires. So we'll get to how we ended up with them in a second, but let's take a quick look at this thing. As you can see, it's a directional tread, and it's got a fairly deep tread to it. It's not as deep as something you'd go buy for your trailer or your daily driver, but there's a fair amount of meat on here, which is one of the reasons I liked this tire. The Mickey Thompson, the Sportsman SR, their version of the radial, has a softer sidewall, I believe, so it's a little more of a wrinkle wall, which will affect its drivability around corners. This has a little stiffer sidewall. I'm expecting this to be better around corners. And this has a deeper, much more intricate tread pattern that I think is probably going to be a lot better in road conditions if they're wet or something. I have zero plans of ever driving this truck in the rain again, but you never know if you're on a power tour or something like that. You're going to end up getting rained on at some point. So, wipers and tread. So anyway, that's that from there. Let's look at the side of this thing. This one is the 3118-50-15 like we had discussed earlier, and it's their Pro Street Series, and these tires are directional as it shows here, so make sure you put those on correctly. Inside and outside of the tire look the same, so no matter which side you mount them on, you're good to go. I guess you could white letter this if you really wanted to, but you'd have to do it yourself. So anyway, these are the tires. That is what I wanted to run. These are the biggest tires. If you remember when we measured, for those of you who are new, we measured the truck at the right height I wanted it at, and then we picked the tires based on what I could get in the truck. And we went with the biggest tire we could fit. There's one tire bigger than this, the 33-21-50, but there's no way I can get it in the back of this truck without having a frame about yay wide. So Hoosier's the only game in town. I was lucky enough to find a pair, and we have someone specific to thank for that. So how did I end up with these things? All right, here's the deal. So I'm on a Facebook group called Fat Tires and Blowers, I believe it is. And there's a guy in there named Brent, and he's posting on a lot of the other posts where people are complaining about not being able to get tires, because it's a big deal right now. He said he had some 3118-50-15s coming into his warehouse that he would have in a week, and I looked and the post was like 6 days old. So the very next morning, this is the middle of the night of course, So the next morning I called him up, and he said he had them coming in the next 24 to 48 hours, and he could get them out within 24 48 hours after that. It would take 24 to 48 hours to get to me. So about a week he said he could get them. So I went ahead and bought them, and the website that I bought them from is called Outlaw Street Car Association. Turns out Brent actually runs a sanctioning body, and that's the name of the sanctioning body, but they do sell some parts, and he is a Hoosier dealer, or he's at least affiliated with a Hoosier dealer. Whatever the case is, he did us right. Now, we're not sponsored by this website or this company or that sanctioning body or Brent or any of those people. Brent doesn't know me from Adam. This is the only interaction I've ever had with the man, but he treated me right, and we had these tires here in 6 days. So I was super excited. I did have to have them delivered to a business address. Luckily there was a shop here in town nice enough to let me do that, and I picked those up. So now we have tires. I didn't think we could get them. I was ready to settle for those other junky things just for now, you know, just so I could kind of see what the truck would look like. But now we can actually build the truck around the tire because we have it in stock. And you'll want to check in on the next video because I also got some rims. We got a good deal on some rims, did some more horse trading. Yeah, I'll get you guys up to speed on that in the next one, but I want to keep these videos short. Also, we've started cutting on the truck, and we're going to get this tire on a rim and under the truck so we can see what it's going to look like. And we'll do that all either in the next video or over the next couple videos. But I filmed a lot of that already, so we're ready to rock and roll. I just got to do the editing, so it should be in rapid succession. So as always, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, take care of yourself.